You want another chair?
Yeah, because like one of my back's already hurting me, to be honest. That's what happens when you get old.
Why don't you say something? Or don't you sit down on the chair that's behind you?
Cause like this is his bed. I'm nice.
You're allowed to sit there.
He doesn't care?
No, nigga, that's where people sit. You're a fool. Why didn't you say something?
I don't want to get comfortable on the man's bed, you know?
Oh, this is fucked. I don't even know if this is working now. It is what it is.
Hopefully, like, you know?
You fucked it all up. I swore too. Now we have to restart. All right. Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, One Reality.
What
Yeah.
we got here with us?
Duran, BD.
What we got here with us? Best friend from the mud?
You know what it is, fam.
What?
Should have been happening, you know? Should have been the first one on this.
Should have been the first pod I had on here, eh? Holy.
Yeah, man.
What's that, like 9 years in the making?
9 years, something like 9 years still.
9 years in the making. That's what we're saying?
It's 9 years deep, fam. Strong.
My goodness. All right, bro. Yo, tell them who you are, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, Duran from Leger, my IC, way back when. It really got serious in 2016, though. Probably 2016, 17, grade 10, you know?
So what happened grade 9?
Grade 9? Yeah, you know, he probably thought I was like crazy. I don't know, like just a wild child. But it wasn't that. You know? From the looks, you know, when you just look at somebody and you just judge them. But man, here we are 9 years later, you know, strong relationship, bro. Probably one of the strongest.
I'm hearing that. Wild child is a crazy statement.
You don't think so?
Wild child's a crazy statement, but it is wild how you were brought up and how I was brought up and how we connected. That was pretty wild to me, honestly, personally, to be honest.
I guess.
But I guess it grew really strong through obviously 2K
and like
anime, YMCA, hardships.
Yeah. You know, going through shit.
100%.
Fuck ups, you know, mess ups.
But nah, bro, honestly, I'm glad that we stuck it out.
Yeah, man.
100%. I'm super glad that we stuck it out. And let's just get into this, bro. So we met in grade 9 science class.
Yeah, I remember that. I was getting all the right answers. I was like smart.
But how did we exactly link up? I think it might have been when we got our first report of how we did.
Yeah. And then we went up to her.
Because we both were like getting like C's in the class.
We were wondering like, yo.
But I was telling him, yo, like I'm actually like a smart kid. Like don't let this fool you though. Like I'm actually a smart kid. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then we went up to her and I was like, yo, like Miss, I have a 64. Like there must be a mistake here. And she's like, yeah, bro, I got you. Like, yeah, you're right. Actually, like,
there is a mistake.
Looking at your grades, yeah, there is a mistake. And then she gave it back to me. Said 65, but I was like, fam, like, she's like, yeah, I fixed it. I'm like, yo, bro, I was cheese.
I think she jumped mine a look of it.
She jumped yours?
I think so. Miss Corcoran.
Yo, you're kind of cheesing me about this setup, but it's all good though. Still, I'm gonna have to just lock in. But then I think we really connected though, obviously on the game though, for sure.
PS4 for sure.
I feel like a lot of our identity was found on that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of what made us, especially our group too, like it was found online still.
Super
100%.
competitive group still. Very, very competitive group.
My cousin was saying, looking in, like, cause I talk about it sometimes, and he was like, I would join your party chat sometimes, and like, I don't know, like Isaiah, how were you handling that? Like,
yeah.
Isaiah, it was so bad, it was so toxic. Like, I could only imagine me missing a shot in that type of environment.
You can't miss a shot.
It's like
you can't miss a shot. You can't get a turnover in the clutch.
You can't do nothing, bro. But like that's what grew us though. We didn't know that us just getting on each other and just being just straight, just savages.
Makes your skin thicker still, you know?
Especially in school too and everything. Like just man's coming for you and everything. It just makes you
all the time still.
It builds you who you are still for sure.
Yeah. It kind of builds like you shouldn't care, you know, like your homies are doing that, like how it was. What are outside people gonna say, to be honest?
So what are big changes you've seen in your identity growing up from like grade 9, 10, 11, 12 until where you are now?
I feel like I'm more reserved now still. I'm more to myself, like way more. I was always to myself, but now it's like I'm super to myself, real to be honest. And I'm more focused. I don't smile as much, bro. There's nothing to smile about no more.
Life's not.
Life's
No,
not
trust
peachy
me. I
still.
felt that. No, I felt that. Life's not. No,
Yeah.
fam. Especially right now.
Yeah, like
in
right
life,
now, 23. What? It's like grind mode. It's just
everyone that's around me, bro, is just so like life is getting to them.
Yeah,
bro.
like it's life gets serious.
Even
still.
the people who you think are like upbeat or like everyone's catching strays right now.
Behind walls, fam, life's serious, bro. You know, it is what it is. That's just life.
It's like you chase a dream, you're broke. Like you're chasing money, but you feel dead inside. Like you're not really doing that with your life. Like
Yeah,
a lot of people you thought were gonna be there for a long time kind of disappear, and then just people who you felt like, all right, you have my back forever, and then it's like you feel betrayed, but it's not betrayal. It's just growing up, and people
it's
going
just
their own
growing
ways.
up, fam. I have friends like from before 9 years, so like friends from like grade 5. You know, we don't talk like that no more. It is what it is. People grow apart. Relationship split.
Relationship split. But what about the relationship? That godly relationship. What about that relationship?
Like between you and God, eh?
I could talk to you about this. You're the first person I've ever straight up brought this up to. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I feel like
that relationship sticks still, but it's you know, the earthly desires really get to you. Yeah, it's crazy. The earthly desires, like chasing money, chasing money, just it takes you off your path. Still, like that messes you up. Still,
I'm hearing you. You think so?
yeah, man. Chasing money, chasing your dreams is like different than chasing money. Chasing money, like I feel like.
But it depends on the reason why you're chasing money, though. I feel like you got a very important reason to chase money. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot on your shoulders. You got a lot to live up to right now. You know what I'm trying to say?
You know, yeah.
Like
I have a family now, like, you know, like kid and stuff. Yes.
God placed you in a leadership role right now, bro. Like you're setting the standard for a lot of black men around you.
For real. Gotta make it work still, you know, gotta lock in with the family, lock in with God, make the money. Life.
But since you said it, fam, yeah, you gotta talk about it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I have a kid still, you know, just born.
How old are you? And what's her name?
1 month. I don't want her to get doxxed. I don't want to see her name.
What does that even mean? What does
she's a month though, almost 2 months, like couple days. What is it? 4 days? 4 days. She's 2 months still. Joy. That's all I can say. Still raising a kid is joyful. Brings new purpose to your life. Still, I see what they say now. I see what they're talking about.
So fam, talk to us, bro, because we don't know.
Yeah, man, it's just joyful. You know, like you don't really take in like anything that she's doing as wrong. You know, like you don't take in anything that your child's doing as like, because she's a baby. You know, you don't really like get mad or anything like that. You just handle it. You know, trying to work, trying to make the money, stay with my girl for life, so I can really show her like this is what a relationship is. You know, this is what you should strive for, stuff like that.
So what has this? Because obviously having a kid has forced you to like kind of grow up.
Yeah.
In a proper way, in a more mature way, in a way that a lot of people around you probably haven't really grown into.
It forces you to want to do that, you know? It takes time. It forces you to want to do that. Like, you have real life priorities, you know? It's not like, how do I say? You can't just do whatever you want no more. You can't, okay, I'm going to get up right now, just go outside. No more. There's none of that. Like, there's a kid now. You have to attend to her. She needs attention. So.
But I'm saying, like, what now, being on the other side, how do you teach a man that's on the side you were on before how to get to your side? I feel like a lot of people, in their mind, maybe they are, but like in their mind, they're not ready to have a kid. They're not ready to become a man and to stick with a woman and to just do right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, like, because they have a kid and they don't really get their mindset of, I need to start taking care of you. I need to start like kind of putting them first before yourself.
Yeah.
So what would you teach people who don't really understand what it takes?
So like people like that don't have a kid, or people Like people who don't have a kid or people that have a kid but don't really take care of them. Like which one?
Both. I think they're on. I think they're the same person.
Thing?
I think they're the same thing.
I don't know. Not everybody is really ready to have a kid, right? I feel like when...
Were you ready?
I think I was more ready than most, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, come from like a larger family. Didn't want it to be this early, but like I was ready for it though. I always wanted kids, so... But for people, I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't even say.
Like, what would you teach your youngins? I mean, you got people who are around you right now.
Honestly, I feel like anybody around me, when the time comes, they'll take care of their kid. You know what I mean?
That's
when the
respect.
time comes, like they'll really lock in. But if you're not ready for it, like I tell people around me, like if like whatever you're doing, if you're not ready for the kid, just make sure you like you protect yourself. Like make sure you stay focused, because having a kid is it can set you back. To be honest, it really could set you back. It's a lot of money to have a kid. It's not cheap. But yeah, anybody around me, I feel like they're willing to step up to the plate. I was just the first one,
And we talked about before how you're not surprised that you're the first one, because deep down, like your life leading up to that point, I don't know if it's like a year, 2 years, maybe 4 years back, that span, you were kind of thinking that you want something more.
Yeah. It's probably, I remember me and you talked about it still. I was just feeling like no motivation like that,
You're
like
feeling that's from like grade 11, maybe.
Yeah, like just no like direction, no sense of direction, no sense of like, I'm not going to say purpose, like, but no sense of direction, I would say. Yeah, that's the right word. But then when you have her, it's like, I don't really need the direction. It's like, she kind of just instills in me every morning, like, she didn't ask to be here, So like, let me give her the best time that she could have being here, because she didn't ask. That's really what it is. For real. So having her, I was asking God, to be honest, I was like, give me something that will make me have to work, Because for yourself, you might not do. But if it's like your kid or is, you really change though. Like you'll put your kid first if you're a good parent, So my mom did that for me. So it's just like, now I have to give my kid an even better life.
That's something we talked about a lot too, is that chip on your shoulder that a lot of men feel like, where they grew up a certain way and they're gonna like go to hell and back to make sure their kid gets a way better life than they did. But at the same time, you have to give yourself a little bit of grace to kind of lead up to that. You can't push yourself too hard.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, I'm not even in the best position. But like 4 years down the line, it's like, okay, then it's like, I'll be in a better position and make her life better. But yeah, like growing up, I was blessed still, but I just saying, not even that it was bad. It's just like, now you have your own kid. Now you want them to live even better. I feel like that's how it goes. Like my mom wanted me to live better than she lived. I want my kid to live better than I lived. Not saying I lived bad. My mom did great, but that's it. To be honest, that's really and truly, God really did what I asked for. So I asked for a reason, and this is the reason, right?
I want to hear some of your thoughts when it comes to you and God, because I remember you used to bring up stuff a lot, and I want you to say it now.
Yeah.
Those crazy things, like, I don't remember what exactly you used to say, but like, what do you think about like the end times? Maybe it was like, I know you used to talk about the end times a lot.
Yeah, Revelation in like high school is my favorite book.
Yeah.
It was kind of scary though. I don't know how it's my favorite book, but what was I saying? Like I just felt like since young that it's coming. Like in our time, either in our timeline, I used to tell all my friends, yo, Jesus coming back. I feel it in my stomach, like he's coming back. Either in our timeline, like we're gonna see him visually, or like a couple years after we're dead. And I still feel that way to this day. So
if you feel that way, like I was trying to tell you about the black men around you, do you see like a need to instill that sense of God.
Yeah, but you can't force
Relationship.
that.
I know you can't force it, but you can plant seeds.
Yeah. No, like for sure. I talk to like me and my friends talk about God still. But if I'm not even on the super path, how am I going to talk to somebody else and tell them you're not going to listen? It's like, yo.
But that's the whole that's the wrong thing to think about. Like, I feel like
no, that's
everyone feels inadequate. You know what I'm trying to say?
If you talk to somebody, then it's like, I feel like you should be adept in that, like, in what you're talking about. I feel like
that will push you to get to that point. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
By you saying it, they're going to be looking at you and you're going to feel that conviction that you need to get better within yourself and build a better relationship in order to teach them the right way. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like...
Yeah, and I'm on that path. I'm on that path still. I think, I talked to you, right? Tomorrow's my first church day. So
you haven't been to church before? You're talking about first church day. But like, you're going to like...
This is my first cognizant church.
Yeah, day, this is your first like... Your decision.
Like, Duran's going to church. He wants to go to church, you know? Yeah, I hear that. The first one. So yeah, I'm locking in. I'm really trying to lock in, you know?
All right, then.
It's time.
So that mindset that you had to get to this point, walk us through it, fam. Why are you doing that? Why are you going to church? What's the point? What's the reason?
I've been to church before, like I said, right? But like, it just never really did it for me. And like, you were talking about this church. You know, you're my homie. You know, I respect your word. So you're telling me about this church, and it's like, I never really wanted to go to church, period. 'Cause I thought church was like, people in church are kind of corrupt. Like the pastors and stuff. So honestly, I just looked at church as like bad, and I just said I'm just going to get the word for myself. But I don't have all the knowledge myself. So it's like, I kind of do need to go to someone who, even if they don't have the knowledge like that, I can get something from them. And it's like, then I can go into the book and really look at it. Maybe
I used to be looking at those Fortnite YouTubers a lot. I used to study them, fam, because I know that they had a little one-two
that you could just tweak and really
remake your own. It's not that I have to follow exactly what they do, but I know that they have something that I could learn from. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
So I just want to try different churches.
It's not about the pastor, the people inside, or nothing like that. It's just about you wanting to build a stronger relationship, and
exactly,
obviously, and that goes into the direction you want your family to go into.
Exactly, and you know, I need a really. I am the head, right? So I have to get there first to make sure that my wife, kids, to get there too. You know, it's not, if it doesn't work like that, it's just not gonna work. So honestly, that's why I'm not trying to get left behind, man.
You're not trying to get left behind.
Nah.
I'm hearing that, fam. I'm hearing that.
Destined to rise.
What's that?
It's a thing that me and my friend started. It's like it's kind of everything, honestly. Turn into like money, God, anything. Just destined to go up, you know? It's really what it is.
So, do you think you're rising while you might be walking down your path and it's going...
Every day.
But sometimes when you're walking forward, you might think you're going lower or like things are getting worse.
Yeah. It has to get worse to get better, right? So it's just like, has to get worse to get better. So just take the good with the bad, man. Keep moving. As long as you don't like give up, honestly, you can't fail still. I never used to believe in that. But if you don't give up, you actually can't fail. You just keep going the next day. Whatever you're battling, just next day. That used
to get me so mad when I used to play games. And lines would keep spinning and spinning and spinning. And they would not feel like...
Nah, they didn't,
but then when they win, they really felt like they beat you, fam. They really felt like they beat you, though, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like... I remember. But that's really like life, though. Like, you got to really take that in, bro. They won. At the end of the day, if they keep spinning and they beat you, and then you get off... They won, fam. They won, fam.
They accomplished the goal, man.
They accomplished the goal, fam. Like, you gotta just keep going and going and going, fam.
Yeah, no, that's something exactly, man.
What was your favorite game?
I'm gonna give you the top 3. Super Smash is up there. That's like one of my all time. Why are you lying on this? That's one of my all times, you know? Swear, Super Smash, that's one of my all times. On the Wii.
Okay.
Obviously 2K16.
Okay.
I missed 17 for reasons.
2K16, you're the center. In my guard.
16?
Yeah.
I had a center?
You just throw me lobs. You're a fool. You don't even remember. Okay, 2K16, then what's the third one?
I thought it was 18.
What's the third one?
19. The third one probably Fortnite. Has to be Fortnite.
Oh, it has to be Fortnite. Has to be Fortnite.
That's not even really. 2K,
I'm hearing you.
16 and Fortnite. You can, to be honest, all three of them you can interchange.
Yeah.
I never said
Fortnite might be your favorite game ever, right?
Fortnite really, mind you, Fortnite came out what, 2017?
It was 2017 right? October.
Yeah. So we're in grade 11.
We're in grade 11.
Bro, I used to skip school to play Fortnite. Like, go home. Yo, Icy. Let's go to the crib, fam. Like, what are we doing in school? Let's go to the crib. Go play some Fortnite,
bro. Grade 11, dog. Because now I don't even know what you want to. I don't know if I want to talk about Fortnite or grade 11 in general. Yeah. Because grade 11 as a whole entire year, it was a lot.
It was a lot still.
Because that year was kind of like the most peak or like competitive year when it came to video games. But it was also the lowest low when it came to school.
Academics, yeah.
And that was like a really messed up year, especially because like just.
It was hard to balance.
There was a lot going on.
It was too much to balance.
Like, if you remember the high I was on in the summer of grade 10 summer.
That was what game was that though? What were you on high?
It wasn't even about a game.
What was it?
It was about like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it just dropped going into grade 11.
Yeah.
Plus school. Plus it's like Fortnite, man. It's like. Because you guys are haters. Like, my friends, all you piece of garbage trying to put me down at all times. Like, you guys are haters. But, like, there would be people, like, a lot of people in the school would kind of be, like, thinking they know me or thinking, like, I'm, like, nice at this game and they're trying to play with me and all this.
Yeah.
While I'm actually hating my life at that point.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because grade 11 was just... It was so confusing to me, like, that time of my year, like... Grade 11 was bad.
Grade 11 really bad, that was probably one of the worst ones still. School was just...
It really had to tested you. Like, are you really ready for this next step in life?
Yeah. Fam? Honestly, grade 11 was tough, I'm not gonna lie. But the games really saved it though. Academics, I was not applying myself in grade 11. I wasn't doing the best, but we got here, right? We graduated.
Fam, we were proud to pass. Like the few men that passed that math class, we were proud. Like we used to stand tall. Like I got 50,
stand tall.
Bro.
Like
know who
that
I am.
teacher was tough. Still, that teacher was tough. Like you're happy to pass. You're happy to get that 50. I didn't pass though.
I feel like, dog. Life, you gotta. Sometimes you're not gonna get the A's still.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get the A, fam. You just gotta be happy to just get through, however you get through, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
you know,
you gotta just take that and all right, let's do this.
Fam. I remember we were in the class when like one of the first days, like you know, he's teaching us. Obviously, he's on the board. I don't get not one shit on the board. What he's I don't know what he's writing.
Yeah. Yo, fam, you didn't even listen to my cousin pod, fam. He said he was in grade 9. That's when he like just cut off school forever.
I was
fam, he was in grade 9 math class.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, fam, what can we apply this to like in our future?
Yeah.
He's like, you could be a math teacher. He's like, okay, like, but what can I do with this in my life, like besides like math teacher? Like, fam, that's it. Like, that's all you can do with this is be a math teacher. Like, he was just like,
yo, the man
you did the same thing in around that time too.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. So. Whatever, we're in the class. One of the first couple, like probably like a month, not even a month in, man pops out with a little quiz. So it's me, Isaiah, and some next girl, right? And a girl.
Taisha, fam. Like, what do you mean next girl?
I don't want to say her name. You know, me, Isaiah.
What do you think this is? Are you guys like, fam? You guys have charges, fam? Like
me, Isaiah, and Taisha, right? That was a trio, right? So we're in the class. I get like a 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. You got an 80. You're the only one that got the 80 out of all of us in the first quiz. We thought you were. You thought you were on time. And stuff.
Tasha looked at me like, whoa. She's like, whoa. Mind you, I guessed every single answer on that test.
Guess, fam.
I was like, guess. Yo, guess. Everybody's looking at me like I'm actually smart. Yo. Honestly, grade 11, bro, I stopped applying myself from like grade, like, bro, like 8, 7, bro. Teachers were just not doing me justice. You know, they weren't doing me right.
So how do you feel about the school system, fam? What's going on?
Bro, the school system's not right. But let me tell you, boss. So I asked the teacher, I'm like, hey, boss, what am I ever going to use this for? He's like, if you want to fly an airplane, if you want to become a grade 11 math teacher.
Does he say grade 11?
Yes, he said,
if you want to fly an airplane?
I said, if you want to fly an airplane or if you want to become a grade 11 math teacher, like, this is what you need. Like, so nothing, basically.
Oh, fam,
The school system, though.
That class, fam, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Listen. Actually, I should make you talk about the school system. I shouldn't go into it. I could talk about that class for like 40 minutes.
The school system, we've seen some things, you know? A lot of racism, bro. That's real. Racism is real. So I didn't even know that was still actually happening actively every single day. I really seen
changed.
that.
A lot of things haven't like gone away. Like you think like it's done now.
Nah, it's not done.
It just switched skins. You know what I'm trying to say? They just changed the method a little bit.
I don't know if you want to talk about yours, but I remember
I could bust out.
one day I'm in school, you know, just being a good Samaritan. I found an iPhone in the change room.
Everyone left the change room.
Not even in the regular gym, just a gym, straight gym.
Yeah.
iPhone, found it, and I'm like, yo, let me go give this back, bro. You know, let me just go get this back. This person lost their phone. Let me give it back. I go to the office, and I hand the secretary the phone. She looked at me. She's like, wait. Did you accidentally put that phone in your pocket? And I'm like, I walked out because I didn't even take it in. I walked, then I opened back up the door. I'm like, wait, what did you say? She was like, oh no, sorry. No, I didn't mean like, did you take it? I didn't mean like, I wasn't trying to insinuate that you stole it or anything. No. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
But did she say it like, and you accidentally put it in your pocket, right?
No, she said like, did you accidentally put the phone that you just brought back to the office in your pocket? Like you stole it? Like you accidentally put in your pocket?
Yeah.
Even though nobody even said they lost their phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I can't even be a good Samaritan no more? But, nah, bro. Like
you're the one that kind of made me realize it. Like I never used to
care. Yeah, like it was really there, right? Yeah.
I thought you were right.
I remember
when we went to Tim Hortons in grade 10. That's my key moment in my life.
That was a funny one. That was a
Tim
funny
Hortons
one.
in grade 10.
Yeah.
And, whatchamacallit? Like we go into Tim Hortons and I've never been to these establishments with you until this time.
Yeah.
So we walk in and before she's like, she asked like, what are we getting? Before I could even speak, you're like, is it warm? Is anything, are these warm? Are these warm? And then she's like, yes. Are you sure? I'm gonna ask you if they're warm. I'm like, bro, why are you bugging her like this though? But then you're like, okay, I want that. If it's warm, give it to me. If not, you have to warm it up. And she's like, okay, it's warm. Just throws it in the bag, right? She's like, what do you want? She's already mad when she gets to me. And I'm like, oh, can I have like 10 Timbits and honey dip Timbits? She's like, okay. She gets so Timbits was coming in a Timbit box. She gets a donut bag, grabs a handful, doesn't count it, just grabs a handful and throws it in the bag. So then we leave, and then I eat one of my Timbits, and there's 7 in there. I'm like, yo, Duran, did you eat any of them? He's like, no. Like, I think she gave me 7. He's like, what? She gave you 8 Timbits? No way. I'm like, no, it's not. It's cool, fam. This is what it is. Like, you probably just got her mad. She's like, what? And you go back in there and you cuss her and everything, right? But like, I never found a reason to be upset about stuff like that. But you really took it to heart, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, I've been going through that since I was like, bro, like, how young? I went to Best Buy for my mom, and a man really looked at me like he said, yo, check your pockets. He said, yo, like, let me check your pockets. And I was just walking around. He's just like, yo, like, what's in your pockets? I'm like, nothing. He's like, yo, then I let him check. Like, I let him check my, like, I literally, like, showed him there's nothing in here. He's like, I have a right to ask you to check your pockets. People come in here all the time and steal. I have a right. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, these guys are actually crazy. Even there's a store near my house, like, it's called Max. It's called Circle K now. Circle K. I went in there. There was your own like, people used to steal from there, so they literally, like, they said there's only allowed, like, 3 people in there. Like, I like, even before you guys came, like, before, like, when I was young, yeah, like, they said, yo, you're only allowed 3 people in here at a time. Cause, yeah, man, it's been crazy, yeah. I don't know why people are like that. It is what it is.
I could go through a couple more stories, but they get the point.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like, it happens a lot, fam. Like, but when we brought up grade 10, it reminded me of. It's funny because this is kind of what it leads to in a way, but I want to ask you your opinion. Like, I feel like this might be the most defining moment in your life, one of the most defining moments in your life that changed you forever, and that's like the grade 10 incident with the YMCA.
Oh,
I feel like that changed your. I feel like that
yeah,
changed your life.
Yeah.
Nah, me being your friend growing up, fam, like that was the one thing that really changed.
You're always there with me though. Still,
I've been through all these moments. I was there.
This guy was there. Still,
all these moments I was.
Yeah.
Fam, that moment too. I was
right beside me. Still, right beside me.
Time, every single thing, beside you.
Basically, we go to the YMCA, whatever. This is like a everyday thing, mind you. We're at the YMCA every day from like
that was like our second home.
Yeah, like 11 a.m., 10 a.m. all the way to like 7, 8 p.m. Fam. You're at the YMCA.
100%.
So we go there. I see a bike. Bike's looking clean. I'm like, I don't have a bike right now.
Yeah.
So imagine you're talking like, yo, if you don't take the bike, I'm gonna take the bike. I'm like,
because there was, I'm
like, I can't let this guy have the bike still. Let me just go up to the bike and take it. You know, I'm like,
but no, you weren't really gonna take it.
Yeah,
though.
but like,
because the guy put like, I'll take it.
You know, like he's like, oh, I'll take it. I'm like, oh no, I need a bike still. Let me get a bike. So the bike's just chilling there. I go, I look, whatever, snatch at the bike. Now I'm like, yo, let me spray paint the bike. Let me get my bike fresh so these guys don't even know when I bring it back. So eventually, the YMCA is like, they have a new manager. So it's like, the new manager is like, he's not playing no game. So he comes and he's basically like, we're banning every black person that was at the YMCA that day. Every black person is getting banned. He banned everybody. Every black person that was there. Then basically, somehow, some way, it comes back to it was me. And then, like, I basically got banned from the YMCA. And my mom found out. And then when my mom found out, it was like, she, like, had a talk with me, you know, like, why am I even doing this? Type shit. And it just hurt me because it was like, damn. You know, like, my mom provided for me. So it was just like, I really didn't need to steal the bike. I really could have asked, but I was just being stupid in the moment. And, like, I feel like that changed everything because, like, I really broke down in that moment. Like, damn. I don't break down, period. So like it was just like I broke down that day. I was like, damn, over a bike, mind you, but it was just the bigger picture of it, you know.
And what was that?
Like I could be doing like worse, you know. Like it could have got bad for me. Basically, I could have been doing super stupid shit. So
you saw for a moment what other paths you could have went down.
Exactly, yeah. And I seen it in her eyes, like this is not what she raised, you know. And it just made me feel some type of way. So that made me just really stay on the straight and narrow. So I stopped doing anything, like, to be honest.
I'm kind of taking in right now as you're saying it. Like, your mom played a huge part.
For sure.
In why you were able to see the right path through all that mud around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
When you started hanging out with me.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like a loser. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from a certain perspective, I wasn't the cool kid. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I wasn't the kid you want to hang around.
Bro, this guy was popular, bro. Don't let him lie.
But out of all the people that, like, people blew up and, like, they gained prestige or status through, like, different type of stuff. But you knew them from young.
Yeah.
But you specifically chose, I'm going to hang out with these guys. And you started, like, kind of moving a different way. Which also made, like, other people feel a way. You probably were, like, kind of feeling, like, offended because people were kind of coming for you from your decisions a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say? But, like, it's because your mom kind of instilled that in you, like, that right path.
From young. That was just a blunder of my life still. But, yeah, that was, none of that stupid shit ever happened again.
Never again, fam.
Nah.
You need those moments to happen, though.
Take the good with the bad, man.
Did you even say, bro, like, fam, you ended up, like, you owned up to it. You returned the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I didn't return
Making
it.
it think that you're a criminal, fam.
I didn't return it because I wanted to, bro.
The day after,
they told me, they're like, yo, let me keep it real. They told me, they're like, you return the bike or we're pressing charge. Like, if you don't return the bike or pressing charge, I was like, okay, you'll take the bike back.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
I just get the bike back still. He didn't press no charges. Shout out to that guy.
But that's what they say also about God too. Like when you do certain sins and you feel like that.
No, exactly.
You feel like you don't want to do it, fam. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you feel it.
That's the God inside you. Like the way that that bike incident. A lot of people would kind of just like brush that off. But you were like, you broke down and you felt so bad. That means that you're just, that wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
God was just touching you the whole time, fam.
Yeah.
He was there with you, bro. Like that just lets you know, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're special. And I've been telling you this.
Yeah,
you've been
telling me still.
I believed in myself growing up.
Yeah.
And if I don't hang around people who I don't believe in.
Yeah.
So if I'm around you, that means I believe in you, fam. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, appreciate it.
So like, I'm not surprised by how far you've gotten, how much you're a role model to the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do you see that though?
Nah, I don't see it like that. I see I'm a role model to like my kid. Whoever else wants to like, I'm like my siblings.
You don't feel that responsibility?
I have siblings, bro. I only have responsibility for my kid, bro. And my brothers and sisters, to be honest. Yeah. Everybody else is like,
take care of yourself.
It's not even take care of yourself. Like, we work together, but we're independent at the same time. You know? Like, me and you, like, we work together, but, we're still independent at the same time. Like, I can call on you whenever it is, whenever, and you can call on me whenever.
100%.
But, we're like, you took your own path. You know what I'm trying to say? I took my own path. Everybody takes their own path, so it's just like, that's just how it is. I'm only responsible for my mom and my siblings and my daughter and my girl.
It's a lot of people already, you just think.
It's a lot of people. I have a lot of family members still. But I don't feel no pressure, bro.
You don't feel no pressure?
No pressure.
You don't feel no pressure,
No pressure.
Father of the household.
So weight on my shoulders, I'm carrying it,
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, man.
So you named your 3 favorite games. What about your 3 favorite animes? So you've watched a lot.
Honestly, I'm going to say Hunter x Hunter.
What? Top 3? That's how you're coming?
Hunter x Hunter.
That's how you're coming?
That's me, Hunter x
Hunter.
Hunter.
Shout out your character. Who you talking about?
Who's my character, eh? I like...
Yeah, next. Go on. You don't even know who it is. You don't even know who
this guy wants... If I say somebody's going to start coming for me.
Perfection, a lie?
So...
Jing.
I mean, maybe I have to say Crollo. I don't know. Like, man's might start coming for me. It's hard.
Yo, okay. Man, what other enemies you got? Shout out one of your weird enemies, fam.
Oh, like one of my ones, eh? I could shout out one of the ones. I'm gonna shout it out in an honorable mention. I was liking Hodemia. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Okay. That's in your top 3?
Nah. I'm just shouting that out.
Okay. All right. So what's your second and third?
Naruto's in my top.
100%. 100%. Put that in
Naruto's
there,
really
fam.
me still. Naruto's really me, you know? Watch that. All of that.
A couple of my
episodes.
cover arts are Naruto, fam. Like,
the third.
Naruto's real with it, fam. I'm telling you, bro. Have to.
Naruto.
What's the third one?
I don't know the third. I watch a lot of anime, bro.
I know you do.
I'm not sure my third still.
I'm bringing this up because I want to find a certain scene, arc, moment, character that like kind of helped you out in life, changed you. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of gave you that inspiration.
My third. I don't know. Bleach was really a thing for me growing up, though. I would say.
I didn't watch Bleach.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Bleach. But I know about Kenpachi though. I know about
that's crazy. You didn't watch that, but
it's not crazy still.
I don't know my third still. Couldn't tell you my third. How about you? What are you thinking? What's your top 3? Oh, you know what I'll say? I'll say Haikyuu. I'll say Haikyuu still. When it came out, I was digging it.
Haikyuu's a tough one.
It is a tough one. It is a tough one. Still.
Haikyuu's a tough one.
I was digging it still. I like Haikyuu still.
So, do you think you can find a connection between the 3? A common theme that you like?
Haikyuu's like a really like try, like keep trying. That's the main character still. He's sure, he's facing adversity, but he just doesn't back down, You can say the same thing about Naruto. You can kind of say the same thing about Naruto still. Naruto, the main character, everybody was shitting on him. Real life shitting on him. And he becomes a Hokage, which is basically like president, And everybody starts to love him. He never backed down.
You wouldn't have took that love, though. You wouldn't have been... Yeah, you said you wouldn't have allowed that.
Yeah, I wouldn't allow that
still.
You
wouldn't have allowed that. Hating on you.
Oh,
but that's part
AOT. AOT. Yeah, you know my stance on AOT. You know what Aaron did? Should I, like, for the spoilers, for the fans I don't know, for the fans I didn't watch. AOT was crazy. Yeah. But, and when I say Hunter x Hunter, go on. Another never back down.
Never back down.
You know what I'm trying to say? That's what it is. Yeah. Even in Attack on Titan.
Which one?
The main character.
Never back down?
He started off a little wonky, he wasn't serious about his, but he got on it though, He got on his goal, made sure his goal came.
I don't like that, fam. That's underrated, though. I feel like, and then he just got good. No, he was, fam, the man's underestimating the path, fam. A lot of you guys were hating on Deku. Yeah. Then he got good. A lot of you guys hate on, like, Naruto when he's a kid, and then he's president now. Like, nah, fam. As a youth, he was still putting in pain,
Putting in work. He was putting in work.
Nah, you underestimate what you did when you were, like, before you got to the point.
Yeah.
You had to have been doing something, fam.
You have to build on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
You're in that, bro. One thing I do get on you for, though, I thought you were going to bring up is your 7.
Completion?
Your completion, your perfection. I feel like that's kind of
your
biggest flaw.
Yeah. You really brought it to my attention. I never really deeped it. I don't know.
I deep a lot of stuff.
Is it a flaw, though? Like
striving for perfection. You're not perfect, though.
Yeah, for example, the first example you brought up was like 2K. You know? And whenever you bring up 2K, it's just easy to grasp, you know, because we're really on that game every day.
That's the whole point of that.
So, So, in 2K, I always try to make, like, the best all-around build. Like, so the best all-around, like, my player, you know? My player that could, like, rebound, shoot, dribble, like layup, like, slash. And honestly, it's kind of not possible. Because it's too much. You know? And you keep telling me, like, you know, why you keep trying to be, like, perfect? Like, you know, why you keep trying to make the perfect, like, the most perfect thing? I don't know. That's just what that's what my brain goes to right away. Like, once I think of something, it's, okay, how can I make this the best thing? Honestly. But yeah, I guess that could stagnate you, you know?
Fam, because you have a lot of options in life, a lot of different options, a lot of different paths you can take, but the way you find your path is you stand on who you are, fam, and who you are isn't perfect.
Yeah.
So, like, sometimes you talk to me about how, like, you get confused at times, like, you don't know what exactly is your thing.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of things you're into, a lot of things you like, but what is yours? Mm-hmm. And that's because you're trying to find the perfect thing, and not your thing.
Yeah.
Your thing might not be the perfect thing. That's what I'm saying. You got to separate the two.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they call it, this one artist, he told me, he calls it killing your babies. Like, sometimes in order to finish a book, you have to take out the best part you think is in the book. Like, the part that you really, like, no matter what, as long as this part's in the book, I'm fine. You have to take that out in order for the book to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's how you, like, it's hard, especially when you're working in a group.
Yeah.
And God is your group, fam. Yeah. Your wife is your group. Your kid is your group. You're working in a group. And, like, you're trying to find the best life. But you're like, I want my life to look like this. It has to look like this. Like, Rich by 25 type stuff. Like, it has to look like this. But your life could be perfect. It could be great if you take that out. And it's just accepting that you're not the author of your own story. You know what I'm saying? And, like,
it's hard to accept.
It's hard to accept, though.
It takes time. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But sometimes I do think, like, because obviously, like you said, 25, right? I'm always saying that's my number. If I don't hit a certain goal in money, I'm gonna just be, like, kind of depressed type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
But
don't do that to yourself, man.
Yes.
You work too hard to just throw yourself in the way off this fairy tale goal. Like, you hit it, you don't. But, like, fam, you're still gonna make it. No matter what, you're gonna reach 99. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna make it no matter what.
Yeah.
Don't put a timer on it. You know what I'm saying? Just focus on getting the little steps every day. Like, you're a winner when you can wake up and accomplish what you want to do for the day. Mm-hmm. That you're a winner.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because by law, if you keep doing that, you have to reach your goals. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You're right, though. You are right. You are right. It's all on if I'm going to take the advice, you know? Really and truly. Because, like I said, everybody has their own path. But I get what you're saying. I do put a lot of pressure on myself to, like, be something extravagant, you know? But, man, sometimes I do think about, like, just being, how do I say it? Not regular, but, like, just a kind of more modest life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I think about that, like, just living more of a modest life, just going through it. But yeah, I'm not the one writing it. You're right. I'm really just living it.
Just living it.
Yeah, man.
So do you notice certain flaws that you think have been passed down to you?
Say that one more time.
Like, when you look around and, like, maybe, like, your family or something, like, certain things that go wrong, like a tendency, like a pattern. Do you feel like you fall into that pattern sometimes?
In my family?
Yeah, when you look around. Like, when you kind of think to yourself, what's holding me back from reaching my goals or, like, reaching the next step? Do you find that there are people who are related to you that kind of go through the same thing?
Maybe like just not believing that you can do it, or nah, like that's not even like I believe I can do it. Nah, for me it's just a confidence thing. That's all it is. Honestly, it's just really applying yourself to whatever you want to do. Like this podcast, for example, you know, like you're not gonna give yourself the credit, but you deserve the credit. You know, this is not an easy thing to do. People are gonna see this. People are gonna talk about it, but you don't care. You're doing it. You know, like that, those type of stuff, you have to respect it. Like our friend Free, he drops music. What did he say last time? You know, he drops music for himself. Somebody's gonna like it. So, like, my friends, you know, I respect what they say. So it's just like, I just take that and really move forward. And that's why I'm here right now. Like, that's why I'm doing this right now. I never done anything like this, to be honest.
But you're going to.
Yeah, you know, like,
on the way. You're
that's
doing
what
it
I'm
right
saying.
now. You're doing something that you've never done. Like, fam, you're doing it now. You can't say you don't do it no more.
Like you said, even today, we talked earlier, you said, if you're going to do something, or maybe it was yesterday, you said, if you're going to do something, make sure it's towards your goal, you know? This is towards the goal. Like, this is going to help me later on. This is making it easier. So when I want to do this, if I want to do anything like this, I'm already used to it.
Anything.
Because
you're doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my dog, he does music, but him doing this gave him the confidence
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's really all it is.
Confidence, fam. So how do you gain confidence?
You know what you do? I'm not even going to try to say you just don't care. That's not even what it is. That's not going to happen. We're human. What you have to do is just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. That's it. Literally. Once you just do it, like, gradually, I feel like you'll start to care less and less about whatever it is. And if you love it, then the love will take over like what other people say, you know? It's one of those, yeah. It's like that. So that's why I'm here still.
How do you deal with that feeling though, like that you're not doing anything? Like that feeling of that you're not anywhere, you're not doing anything, just that roller coaster. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you mean.
You can do so much and you still feel like step one.
Yeah, like that happens to me all the time. But it's very rare. Like it's very like wishy-washy. Like it happens for like 2 minutes and I snap back like, okay, you know, you have to go get it.
I just remembered one thing you told me.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask you this. I was just talking to someone about it. It's like, how do you become the person you're supposed to be when people constantly remind you of who you were? I remember you told me, I can't call you Icy no more.
Yeah.
You said that. I can't. And I'm like, what are you talking? Like, what are you saying to me? But like, now I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Like, how do you? People will constantly remind you, like, they'll constantly say, nah, you're not that, you're not that, you're not. Even if, like, you know you're that, and you can work towards that, they'll constantly remind you of who you were back. Like, it's like an impossible cycle. Like,
yeah, exactly.
What do you do?
It's tough still. It's tough. But...
You feel like you go through that?
I go through the motions where it's like, you feel like you just haven't done anything, like you said. But when you really take it in, we're 23, like... I have my own place, whip, like, I don't really take those things. It was nice in the moment, but I'm always looking for the next step, you know? Like, what's the next step? What's the next? And I don't appreciate it in the moment. That's the problem. And like you said, even if you do something small every day, you have to take that W with you. I think that's how you kind of avoid it, but no matter what, no matter what, I think... Like, for me at least, I can say that no matter how much I do, I think I'll always feel down sometimes. At least right now. I don't know why. Like, I'm always looking for the next and the next and the next. So I don't appreciate the right now. And even when I talk to you and we're talking about it, I was telling you what, like, I should do also. You know, and I'm not doing it. Like, yeah, those dubs that you're doing right here, like, even if your goal is, oh, I want to do push-ups, and you do push-ups for, like, a month straight, a week straight, however long you do it, whatever your goal is, like, you should take that as a reward. Like, that's a good thing. Because some people, they start and they stop the next day. So.
That's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah. So.
You try to, like, I want to bust out 50 or 100 or 200. Yeah. I don't care if you bust out, like, 1,000 in a week or you try to do, like, 100 in a day or 200 in a day. It's like, if you can do 10 push-ups every day, fam, you're a winner, bro.
Exactly.
You're a winner. You take that with you, fam. Like you said, fam, appreciate the small things. If you can't appreciate the small things now, the big things aren't going to change anything.
Like, that's exactly. Like, and that's what I've been working on. Even just making a smoothie in the morning, I'll try to amp myself up about, you know, like, yeah, like, I made a smoothie this morning. Like, I did it this morning. It feels, and you feel a little bit better. I'm not going to lie. You do feel a little bit better when you hit that small little goal. Just making breakfast in the morning, it's like, before I go to sleep, okay, yo, let me just make some breakfast. Yeah, you feel a little different. You feel more energized. It's good to be on a routine, man. And you follow the routine, you feel good. We're meant to be in a routine.
We're meant to be in a routine for sure, 100%. A lot of times we like to count the days, fam. But how you break it is you don't count the days, fam. You just focus on the good. And then the good will overwrite the bad eventually. You know what I'm saying? If you just keep going closer to the good, less bad will come out of your life, fam. And that's just how that works. Instead of focusing on getting rid of the bad, your mind is focused on the bad. All that's going to be in your life is like bad. Regardless if you're getting it out or not, it's going to come back. If you focus on the good and keep going towards the good and keep walking towards the good, like the bad has to leave your life in order to make more room for the good, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? So don't focus on the negativity, on the bad stuff. Like, just focus on doing right, fam. Focus on your goal. Have a tangible vision, fam. Don't. Yeah. So what do you think is the good that you're heading towards that's going to get you out the evil that might be consuming your life?
My kid, bro. It's the kid still. Because no one forced me to go to church growing up, you know?
I'm hearing you.
Like, it wasn't a forced thing. I never really had to go. Like, it wasn't forceful. So, I don't want to force my kid either. I feel like when you force it, it's not good. Because they don't really like it. They don't like it when you force them. So, I have a grace period. Because right now, she doesn't really, obviously, she was just born. So, she doesn't understand nothing. So, I have 4 years. I say 2 to 4 years. Where I have to, like, really dive deep in, get my head in the water to show her that this is the way, you know? Honestly.
And why do you think it's so important for you to get closer to God and to fix yourself as a man for your household? Like, what does that do for your household?
I'm the head. I'm the head of the household.
And what does that mean to you?
So, like, if I'm the head, then if I set the example, then the rest will lead. Like, the rest will follow, I mean. That's what it is. So if I don't do it, then how can I, if I don't do it, I can't expect her to do it. But if I show her, like, this is what this is saying, this is what this is saying, it'll make her want to do it more, you know? Like, you want to be like your parents, you know, growing up. That's how it is. You want to be like your parents. So, yeah, I'm trying to get on that path so she can understand what it is. Especially in these days, you know? It's crazy.
So you don't see a life separate from your kid. Like, I mean, you don't have still your own goals that might not be oriented around your youth. Like, obviously, the goals that you strive for will bring fruit, and that fruit will be given to your youth.
Yeah.
But do you think, like, do you see your life separate from your kid? But at this point, it's hard. Like, it's too blended together. Like, you can't.
It's kind of blurry.
Yeah.
The lines are blurred now because everything I wanted before, I wanted for myself. But I'm just going 10 times harder in what I wanted because I have a kid. That's really what it is. So it's just become blended. Yeah, it's just blended. Honestly, I want better for myself so she can be better. I have to better myself before I can make her life better. She's a baby. She doesn't know nothing. Like, she doesn't. So I have to just really work on myself. That's what I'm saying. I have a grace period, you know, before she really starts to remember like what she went through growing up and blah blah blah. That's what it is.
So, before you had a kid, and you were maybe living a life that might have been not best, you know what I'm saying? You might have been kind of
still
ignorant, still like not really doing what you should be doing.
Still living.
Were you? Did you look at yourself like a kid?
Like a kid?
Like, you see how like you look at your kid and it's like you can't expect them to know better and to do better, because if you know better, you must do better. But I feel like a lot of people know better now, but aren't doing better for themselves.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. Like, you want to live how you want to live. You want to do what you want to do, and sometimes that just goes against, like, what God says. I don't think I looked at myself as a kid. I just, it wasn't taking it as serious. But now it's not only my life anymore. So I can't, even though I'm still doing that, I'm way more cognizant. Like, I'm way more, like, thinking it through. Like I said, I'm trying to go to church, trying to get there.
Read that Bible. You try. You try.
Yeah, try to read the Bible. Stay away from temptation. Yeah.
Is there anything in that book that you can talk about right now?
The Bible? I was talking to one of my friends about, like, Cain and Abel. Talking about that. That's really it.
And what's your thoughts about Cain and Abel? You rock with Cain or you rock with Abel?
I lied. It was Jacob and Esau. My bad. It wasn't Cain and Abel. It was Jacob and Esau. That's what it was. We're talking about Jacob and Esau.
I personally stand up for Esau a lot, to be honest. And it's funny because
Esau gave away his birthright.
Yeah.
Right?
And then I used to stick up for him the whole time. And then, like, in the New Testament, late in the New Testament, God's like, and curse those who move like Esau and give up their birthright for measly this, that. Like, he said something porridge, about, right? Like, and I was like, yo, why man's getting on Esau? But, like, the man caught him. Like, you don't understand. Like, that's why I said it even too. Like, someone asked me in my church, like, if there's one moment in the Bible you can go to, one time in the Bible that you can, like, go and see what happened for your own eyes.
Yeah.
What would you want to see? And I chose Jacob and Esau. Because I'm like, I want to see what type of state he was in. Yeah. What type of desperate state he was in to, like, give up his birthright.
Wasn't
in
it
that
for
moment.
Food?
It was for food, but he must have been starving, like, crawling on the floor, like, who's just going to get, because he knows his inheritance can bring.
Yeah, he knows what birthright is.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, he must have been in a state that any man that I know would have done the same thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we can't. I feel like we do too much, like, kind of like, oh, that person's a fool, that person, why would you do that? Yeah. Instead of just kind of saying, like, acknowledging that you're kind of in that same realm too.
But God said that too. You're a fool. Why would you do that? Like, you just said that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, but that's God.
Yeah, you're right.
You should be like, fam, learn from that. Like, all right, I got to do better. Not like, you're a fool, why would you do that? You would do the same thing. So I feel like you should kind of look at that as...
now that you say that, I really do wonder what bro was going through to give up his birthright. Like, that's important.
You just think he just walked up, I'm hungry, you should have my birthright here, give me some food. Like, fam, obviously... And then my cousin was saying that, like, that because Jacob,
yeah,
like, he's a
thinker.
Fam, he's a thinker, fam. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, he makes movements.
Yeah.
He makes serious movements. So, like, he probably was plotting on that guy. Like, he probably knew, like, the different times, like, he hunts and, like, the times when he's out for this amount of time, how starving he is and stuff. Like, he probably knew exactly when to come for that guy. Because he did stuff with the father, too. Like, he did something where, like, he disguised himself, so, like, he would think that it's him.
Yeah.
Fam, he knows what he's doing, bro. Like, this isn't... Man's are plotting against you. Like, what can you do, fam? Like...
Reading the Bible, like, I remember I tried to read it from front to back, right? Genesis.
That's it.
Genesis 5. You already know that. Genesis is a good book. Good book.
Me and my friends talk about Adam and Eve all the time.
Good book. Genesis was a good book. Exodus. Great book.
Oh, yeah.
Great book.
Oh,
Exodus.
yeah.
Now you're on the roll. Leviticus. It's just like, what am I reading? Like, law.
Oh, brother.
And it's like,
if that's the Cubit one, it's over.
Then you just get, like, the turd. It's like, yo, this is like, you don't want to read this. Like, every single time I always try to read, I'm like, Genesis, okay, boom. Exodus, boom. Leviticus, no. Leviticus, no. Yeah, let's put the Bible down.
But you're trying to be perfect. You're trying to read it in order, start to finish. Yeah. Fam, you can...
That's what I realized, yeah. I don't try to read it. I'm going to start... I started at, like, just random books.
Like, you just got to read what you can read, fam.
Just random passages. Just
James
read it.
is like 3 pages.
Yeah. You hit me with that. Yeah, you hit me with that. I read that.
And James is hard, bro.
Yeah. Took some stuff out of that. I should have wrote it down.
We know a lot of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. We know that story. So it can connect with us and we can make it through. My cousin always tells me that his grandmother always told him start with Proverbs because that's the one that you can relate most to life because it's just wisdom, just of what you should be doing in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, obviously me, you know, like I started Book of Isaiah. You know what I'm trying to say, dog? Like, 'cause I have to read that. Like my pride is like, fam, I gotta read this. I gotta know what it says in this book. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? So find whatever ways you can to read it. Don't be so stuck up with I gotta read this from start to finish.
Exactly, yeah. It was just a thing I was trying to do when I was like when I was younger, I guess. I tried to read from front to back, but I just started off with my favorite book. My favorite book's Exodus. So far, my favorite book is probably Exodus, then Genesis.
Wow, you changed it.
Yeah.
You used to say Genesis like number one, like nothing stopped.
Revelation I haven't read again, but in high school, Revelation was my favorite book, though. But I haven't read it.
You're a creepo. In high school, you're a little weirdo.
I was weird. I'm a weird guy.
You're a weirdo. But we used to talk about I don't even want to get into that, to be honest.
Everybody was scared of Revelation, but
I was scared of Revelations, fam.
Yeah, I was reading that. It was interesting. Because I always felt it. So I guess that's why I kind of like stuck on me. I just feel like that's the end time is coming.
So what do you think you can remember a certain thing you liked in Exodus? Why you like Exodus so much? What makes Exodus the best book? Or not your best book, but like your favorite one?
I feel like it was just the one that's entertaining. Like it was actually like a read. Like I could read it and it was like, okay, this is nice. But that's not what the Bible's not only supposed to be that, right? So you just have to read it. Like you have to read what you have to read.
What do you think about Aaron? You know who that is?
No, who's that?
Aaron is. You know Moses, how he did what he did, right? To get the people out. Like when Aaron was beside him, his cousin.
Went to Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron was beside him, like step by step. Like,
what did Aaron do?
Throughout the same thing Moses did. Like Aaron was, you see what I mean though? Why does no one talks about Aaron? From my whole life, I've never heard this Aaron character in my life. I read Exodus, fam, the man was, because the man literally said, like, God was like, bro, like, I need you to go. He's like, I have a list, I can't do it. He's like, fam, yes, you can. I'm telling you, you can. He's like, fam, you're looking for Aaron, you're not looking for me. He's like, fam, Aaron will go with you. Now will he go? He's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And like, Aaron put in pain, right?
Yeah.
And then like near the end, when they got to like they were like 39 years in, like bare, like they were almost there. And then God's like, yo, like Aaron, you messed up like some time back. Like, yo, like Moses, you got to kill him. And I was like, fam, the reason why I like Exodus so much is because, fam, I didn't even know about Aaron, and like it resonated me with so much for some reason. And you know why? I just got off reading Naruto, and I was reading Hashirama and Madara's backstory.
Yeah.
And how like man's talk about the first Hokage. Madara was right there, like he put in the exact same amount of work as the first Hokage to make that village. Like that's Madara's village.
Exactly. Yeah,
but man's move like
it's like
only first Hokage. Like I feel like Madara is a remake of, let's say if Aaron had like a revenge thing, like if Aaron came back, he would be mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like we forget how we don't give credit where credit's due. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we forget. Like it's like now I relate that back to God in our lives. And I feel like that's where pride and ego stems from, where you think it's you. But it's like, nah, fam, you'd be dead a long time ago if God wasn't with you.
Facts.
You'd be dead a lot. Like, do you know how much paths you could have stumbled? You know how much, like, access? Like, you're lucky that certain things weren't shown to you at a young age. You're lucky that car didn't take you out. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky that this didn't randomly happen to you, or that it could have been you, fam. And God was there the whole time, but we act like, oh, we did that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, we forget, bro. We forget. Shout out Aaron, bro. I forget. But saying you relate to that, though.
I'm gonna have to read that back over. See, now you're just dropping gems, and I'm gonna be looking for that when I read it.
Fam, just remember that name, Aaron. Fam.
Aaron.
Remember that name, Aaron. Dog.
Aaron.
But yeah, bro, like I'm starting to take that in too. That's something I want to talk about, like in my next pod, like power. I was thinking about how, like, mans don't respect the assist. And I got that, you know where I got that from? From 2K, not from soccer, but like from 2K17. I used to average like 4 assists, like 3.8 assists.
Yeah.
It was way more than like anyone you could see.
Yeah.
And mans just be like, it's assists. Like, nobody cares. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares about you averaging assists, fam. Like, nobody puts respect on the assist, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? And like, I feel like God assists you in life.
With everything.
And so I'm just like, so I was thinking of the console. Like a lot of mans take pride in who they are playing video games, right? Or maybe basketball, how you're inside the 4 lines with the net and the ball and everything. But like take away the ball, you're not doing nothing. Like You're so nice. You feel like you're a guy.
Yeah.
If someone comes and presses that button on the PS5 or whatever, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, the reason why you've been able to do so much in your life is because of God.
Yeah.
Take God away, you actually can't do a thing. Like, there's so much that God allows you to do. That, like, the reason why you're not making it to the next step is because you're not tapping into that. You're not acknowledging that it's not you, it's him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're playing ball, God is the basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're playing video games, God is the console.
Yeah.
And that's what it is in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your power comes from him. So that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right on that. When you don't have God, it just doesn't feel like you're doing anything right. I think that's what it is. That's probably like that's why I'm just going through it, you know? I'm trying to get on it though. That's why I'm really trying. Cause without God, it just doesn't feel good. Honestly.
Your wife's getting into God though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have to catch up. She reads the Bible almost every day.
She told me every day. Reads it to her.
Yeah, almost every day she reads the Bible. I'm more of a maybe every 3 days, 4 days type of guy. Yeah, trying to get into it. You know, sometimes when you sin, you just feel like you can't really open that book.
Can't open it.
Can't even open the book.
Can't. I know those ones. Can't
Yeah,
open it.
so
I struggle with praying a lot, fam.
you struggle with praying?
Praying.
Yeah.
Something about it. It's hard for me.
It's hard. I don't know how to pray.
That's what I be saying.
But I just pray though. I don't know. Like if I'm doing it right, I just do it.
My friend told me, say like, you know, if you really want to get get on your knees, you know what I'm saying? Like close your eyes, put your hands together, and just thank God, appreciate him, ask him to help you what you're going through.
Like, see, like I don't go on my knees.
Yeah,
though.
she said like that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you don't have to go on your knees. But
some people, someone told me that too though. Like yo, like you should go on your knees when you're praying. Like it's more, but is it?
Bro, just pray.
I just turn my head over.
Long story short, just pray.
Yeah, you know, like I just turn my head over, just really look down, just hit a prayer. Yeah, I'm trying to pray every day too. Just make that part of my routine. I'm telling you, when you really do something you say you want to do, it just feels good no matter how small it is. So if I can do that and get closer to God, then win-win.
I'm hearing you, fam. Something you want to let the people know? What's the next steps in your life? What's the good that you're chasing? I already asked you that. But what's the next steps that you have in your life separate from your daughter? Is what I'm asking. Like, what are you going to do to make sure that your daughter is good in the future? What steps are you going to take? So obviously it's for your daughter. I'm not saying you have a life separate from your daughter.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It's just hard to We've been saying this over and over again. We sound like a broken record, you know, like get closer to God.
I was talking about like Destined to Rise.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting into that. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. So like,
you can say get closer to God 100 times.
Yeah, get closer to God. Then I have like I said, this Destined to Rise thing where, as you see, you should see it in his bio. You know, Destined to Rise made to assist. I don't know if you took it out.
I took it out like yesterday.
Yeah, Destined to Rise made to assist though, but it's like Destined to Rise is like a conglomerate. Like it's like a group of things that me and my friend are trying to work on. Honestly, that's what it is. Like if I was doing a podcast, it would be under that. Anything I do is just under that. So that's really what it is. It's a business move. And yeah, that's honestly a clothing brand. I want to start that hopefully within the year. Yeah, that's probably real estate, like, you know, that type of stuff, business moves.
You got what's the name? Oh yeah, you make songs. You don't make songs.
Yeah, I don't, like, I'm not a rapper, bro.
You don't have to be.
Yeah, like I'm not a rapper, but like yeah, I'm not a rapper, but like yeah, I make.
You enjoy it?
I made music. Do I enjoy it?
You're gonna put a track on for the people, let people hear a little snippet of yourself.
Yeah, sure. I'll let the people hear one of my songs. It's cool.
What about basketball?
Basketball means a lot to me. It's dear to my heart forever and ever. I watch basketball every single day. But I just don't know where to take it. I don't know where to take it. Like, I don't know what's next. Like,
what did basketball do for you? Why do you love basketball so much?
It's kind of like an escape. I just play basketball like anytime. Sometimes I used to drive like 30 minutes to play at this like nice court.
Yeah.
Like 30 minutes when I could like last year, drive 30 minutes to go play there at 4 a.m. in the morning. Just feels good. I just enjoy playing basketball.
What about the NBA?
Like me making it, or like the state of the NBA right now?
Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Did you ever?
I had hoop dreams, obviously. Who didn't have basketball dreams? But I capped out. I'm not 6'4". That's why I was like, yo, I was praying. I was like, yo, please God, make me 6'4", please.
Oh, you would pray? You make those prayers?
Oh, fam, prayed.
Are you serious?
To a point where it was like, I'm not gonna say I questioned him, but I was like, this is my most innocent, and all I asked for was to be 6'4".
Yeah.
So I could play basketball in the NBA. But yeah, nah, that basketball just like to make it to the NBA just wasn't for me. That's what I accepted. Like that wasn't the path he wanted for me. It is what it is. Yeah, obviously.
So what do you guys because there's a lot of you guys. There's a lot of you guys. You guys are all around me. A lot of you guys, fam.
You weren't one of those guys?
Fam, why do you guys like no? You know what I'm saying? I never prayed to be nothing. No. But I did have a certain passion, but that was through you guys.
Yeah. It's just really your competitiveness.
Yeah.
That's really what it was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is the steps to kind of coming full circle with that, with basketball, and like kind of just appreciating it for what it did and not what it didn't do? Like, what do you guys be thinking? What do you guys say to yourselves? I don't know.
Now that if you ask that question, like I never think about it. But now that you ask the question, basketball made friendships. That's what it did. Like I said, all of us as a group collectively would wake up in the morning, like 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're there at the YMCA from 8 a.m. to like 7, 8 p.m. like in the night. Go home, play 2K all night, wake up early in the morning. You're coming from a little bit further, so you have to wake up a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
You know? To come down, play basketball at the YMCA. We were there all the time. Friendships were built. You know what I'm trying to say? It was fun. It was great, honestly.
Great times, fam.
That's kind of like the foundation of our like relationship. Basketball. Serious. Whether it's online basketball or in real life basketball, we're just playing basketball. So
have you gotten to that stage, or are you working towards that stage of just appreciating basketball for what it was? And because if basketball's still in your life, I told you already that
I should do something with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're not, like, basketball can't be number one anymore. It just can't be. You know what I'm saying? If it's not built in, like, if it's not geared towards the direction of bringing fruit for your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, what's the next steps with that? With that realization?
I don't know. I could react to basketball, right? That'd be crazy, eh?
A lot of things.
Ron reacting to basketball.
We had that one tape I put, you know what I'm saying? When I was showing man's, like when I pressed record and then we were all talking about ball.
Yeah.
That's entertainment, fam.
That's what I'm saying. It is entertainment. Yeah. For sure. It is entertainment.
Man, we could, right now, we could probably go for a next hour if I bring up
basketball.
The standings right now and everything going on right now, and I start getting on you for whatever reason. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you just love talking crazy for no reason. Like, you said, Jaylen Brown's better than Kyrie Irving, right? For the people.
I said that.
But anyways, fam, you hear what I'm saying though? Like, just
I said Luka Doncic is better than Jason Tatum.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. But you also said you guys were trying to say Jaylen Brown is like a top 20 player, and I brought up Kyrie Irving. You guys were like, But now I bet it's not a because he's playing good. Like, yo, talk about that. Let's talk about that, actually. This mentality that, am I in the wrong or are you in the wrong? You know what I'm talking about? When it comes to me standing by these certain players, standing by these certain, like, methods and, like, ideologies. And, like, sticking with it. Like, kind of like our friend Free, how he'll think something and like we'll be like, fam, what do you Like, what are you on? But he'll stand on it,
he
to the point where you might sway some man to think it, even though it might not be right. Whereas some people, like maybe you and Chisholm, well, you guys aren't afraid to just switch. All right, this is what it is now. This is what it is now. This is what it is now. Yeah, Harden and Westbrook are horrible, and Jaylen Brown's top 13 in the league, and Tatum's top 3, and he's top 10, he's top 15. Like, you guys are okay to just go with the flow of the league. You know what I'm trying to say? Who's in the wrong there? Like, are you supposed to stand by your ideology, stand by who you are? Like, are you supposed to be open to change and adaptability?
Like, I'm not gonna say that you guys are wrong for standing on whatever you want to stand on. Like, you stand on Kyrie Irving is better than Stephen Curry in 2017, 18. But like, from a standpoint, I'm not gonna blame you for that. Even though
who's playing better right now?
Who's playing better right now?
Yeah,
probably. We can check.
No, fam, we don't need to check, fam. Continue what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, you know how I don't really think there's any way to look at it. Honestly, I think we both could be right, especially when it comes to basketball. Basketball is one of those topics where it's like it changes. I think basketball changes. Like, people were saying Kawhi Leonard's better than LeBron James 2019, 2021 ring is best. So that's basketball. 1 year you don't play good, you're not good for that. You have to prove yourself the next year. Like Kawhi Leonard right now, nobody even says he's top 5. But if he has a crazy playoff run, he's gonna be, yeah, see Kawhi Leonard, like, he just was injured, so he came back. Now he's dropping blah 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 blah. That's just how NBA is. Like, nobody talks about Kawhi Leonard right now being top 5.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you say that's just basketball. Is that just life? Is that just life too? How people will just, when you're trying to work on something, what are you doing? Hating on you, being like, you're weird, you're this, you're that.
That's
but
just
then
life.
when you make it, I knew it. I always like it.
That's life.
Life.
That's life. Life will forever be like that. People are gonna shit on you when you're down, making it seem like what you're doing is not important. It's not a thing. But when you're up, I went to school with this guy. Blah 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 blah. So this is what it is. Yeah, I don't think you would ever say that Kyrie's better than Curry anymore, right? That's not a thing you'd say.
Kyrie's better than Curry right now.
Also, Kyrie's like what? Like, so he's like what, the number 2 point guard in the NBA? 3? What is he, number 2? He has to be number 2 if he's better than Curry, right? Luka Doncic.
Shea? Is that a point guard?
Shea.
Is that a point guard?
Shea.
So that means Shea's better than Curry.
No, I'm saying like so Luka Doncic then Shea then Curry, or what are you trying to say? I don't think Shea's better than Curry, but if you want to say that,
you don't think Shea's better than Curry?
No.
You put him in your but honestly,
yeah. So Luka Doncic, Shea, Curry, right? Is that what you're saying? I mean, Luka Doncic, Shea.
You're talking about all timer right now, like right this second.
I'm just asking you, like, who's better, like
right. This moment, I believe Kyrie's better than Curry.
Yeah, so Kyrie's better than Curry then.
Yeah, right now.
So goes Luka, Shea, Kyrie, Curry for you.
Yeah.
So if you switch Kyrie Irving and put him on Draymond Green's team that had 0 points yesterday, 10 rebounds and 11 assists, what do you think Kyrie, like, where's Kyrie? Because, like, where is he? Is he in the play-in? Or is he, like, with the Rockets? Because I remember when Kyrie had, like, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, and they won the year before.
Grandpa died. Or grandma.
Isaiah Thomas's sister died.
And how'd he do?
He had, like, 51 points.
Okay. And how'd he do, like, in totality?
He busted his hip. So they just didn't let him play it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not saying, like, people can't go through grief or anything. I'm just saying, like, put Kyrie Irving on that team. They're not in the playoffs. They're on the play-in.
But you were talking about before how you're the head.
Yeah.
So it's important for you to know what you're doing so people can do their role. You know what I'm saying? But, like, your wife is great in her role.
Yeah.
But if she was the head, would it be as effective?
We don't know, right?
Okay, so but I'm saying that, like, Kyrie's role that we've seen,
which is second best, he's better than Curry at being first best
right now. I feel like Kyrie is playing his role better than Curry. So therefore, I would take Kyrie over
Yeah, I don't
Curry.
know. I think Curry's playing his
You're
role.
trying to put Kyrie outside his role.
I think, yeah, but I could put Curry as the second best, and I seen what he did. I see what Curry did the second best too, though. I just haven't seen what Curry's done ever since being second best. I haven't seen anything else since that.
You're seeing it right now.
What is he doing?
What are you talking about? What is he doing? What are you talking about? What is he doing?
The playoffs haven't started. What is he doing?
What do you mean? What is he doing? We'll see what he's doing. But anyways,
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up that my friends, they were saying that they need to learn from me, right? How to be more adaptable, kind of open-minded. But they were also saying that I relate too much to girls. So I was thinking that I need to get more like kind of not open-minded, kind of just shut down. This is what it is. It doesn't matter if I can see the other side. I'm sticking with this.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like all the time, they're trying to say that they're learning from me though. So I'm like, I'm learning from you guys. So it ties back to what we were talking about. Where like, what's better, being adaptable or just standing on who you are? It's both. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's both. I feel like neither of them are wrong. Like none of them are wrong. How can they be wrong? Some stuff you have to start on. Some stuff you have to really take in and make it your own thing. All right.
Hear any, fam? Well, that's a pod right there still.
Yeah, man. It's appreciated. You know, I appreciate you bringing me on the pod, you know?
That's a pod right there, fam. I think that's pretty, man, it's a lot, fam. It's a lot. You don't think it's a lot because of, but it's a lot. It's a lot that just happens still.
I appreciate you having me on, though, man. Hopefully, I'm the first face reveal, face reveal. You know?
How would you be a face reveal? We have no camera.
Like when we get a camera. Like when you get a camera.
Oh, you're gonna come on again?
Yeah.
All right, I hear that still. Hear that, fam. All right, fam. That's love still.